So Granger passed his nursing test, which means he can continue today with his nursing. So we're very proud of him. He's got less than 2 months to go. And his first question was, can I hunt this weekend? I'm like, 1 day. And he was like, of course. And then Sarah has a new friend at school, Fiend. And so her, Sophie, and Fiend have made a group. And they're all the bosses. So they didn't have a great time yesterday, all of them being bosses. But they thought that was the only fair thing to do. So, so that's what's happening. Okay, so now we're on Numbers 9. Now the Lord spoke to Moses in the wilderness of Sinai. In the first month of the 2nd year after they had come out of the land of Egypt, saying, let the children of Israel keep the Passover at its appointed time. On the 14th day of this month, at twilight, you shall keep it at its appointed time. According to all its rites and ceremonies, you shall keep it. So Moses told the children of Israel that they should keep the Passover. And they kept the Passover on the 14th day of the first month at twilight in the wilderness of Sinai, according to all that the Lord had commanded Moses, so the children of Israel did. Now there were certain men who were defiled by a human corpse, so that they could not keep the Passover on that day, and they came before Moses and Aaron that day. And those men said to him, we became defiled by a human corpse. Why are we kept from presenting the offering of the Lord at its appointed time among the children of Israel? And Moses said to them, stand still that I may hear what the Lord will command concerning you. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, speak to the children of Israel, saying, if any of you or your prosperity is unclean because of a corpse, or it is far away on a journey, he may still keep the Lord's Passover. On the 14th day of the 2nd month at twilight, they may keep it. They shall eat it with unleavened bread and bitter herbs. They shall leave none of it until morning, nor break one of its bones. According to all the ordinance of the Passover, they shall keep it. But the man who is clean and is not on a journey and ceases to keep the Passover, that same person shall be cut off from among his people, because he did not bring the offering of the Lord at its appointed time. That man shall bear his sin. So God is saying follow his instructions, because if you don't listen to your heart when Jesus is talking to you, you're not going to get your rewards. And it's very hard to fight that lazy or evilness inside of us. You know what I mean? And we all have it. Why does my teeth look weird? But so focus on what Jesus is saying. Focus on it. And do your best to follow what he says. In your heart, you're going to know in your heart. We reason with our heads, but we know in our heart what's right. Okay. And if a stranger dwells among you and would keep the Lord's Passover, he must do so according to the rite of the Passover and according to its ceremony. You shall have one ordinance with both for the stranger and the native of the land. Now on the day that tabernacle was raised up, the cloud covered the tabernacle, the tent of the testimony. From evening until morning it was above the tabernacle like the appearance of fire. So it was always, the cloud covered it by day, and the appearance of fire by night. Whenever the cloud was taken up from above the tabernacle, after that the children of Israel would journey. And in the place where the cloud settled, there the children of Israel would pitch their tent. And the command of the Lord of the children of Israel would journey, and at the command of the Lord they would camp. As long as the cloud stayed above the tabernacle, they remained encamped. Even when the cloud continued long, many days above the tabernacle, the children of Israel kept the charge of the Lord and did not journey. So it was when the cloud was above the tabernacle a few days, according to the command of the Lord, they would remain encamped, and according to the command of the Lord, they would journey. So it was when the cloud remained only from evening until morning. When the cloud was taken up in the morning, then they would journey, whether by day or by night. Whenever the cloud was taken up, they would journey. Whether it was 2 days, a month, or a year, that the cloud remained above the tabernacle, the children of Israel would remain encamped and not journey. But when it was taken up, they would journey. At the command of the Lord, they remained encamped, and at the command of the Lord, they journeyed. They kept the charge of the Lord at the command of the Lord by the hand of Moses. So that can also, these are biblical stories of the beginning. But what does God say? He says he is an unchanging God, right? And all good comes from him. So even in our lives, sometimes we have to get up and move. And I have said this, when we don't want to move, but when enough signs are there that are telling you need to go, then you need to go, and there's a reason for it. So that's what I kept saying about all of this with these cities that are being destroyed by their own people in the U.S. right now. The whole election is coming up, the second one for Trump, and I do believe he will win. But there are people who are just destroying cities, and they're taking away the cops and da-da-da. But there are prophets who have said that New York and California, and then one of the prophets that says somewhere in the Middle East of the Mid-East of the United States, there's going to be there's going to be a big, huge earthquake in California. There's going to be like a big tsunami on the coast up there, New Jersey, New York, and that there's going to be, the other prophet, he said there's also going to be something in the Mid-East. Well, I personally feel like that these people who can't survive in these areas anymore happily, and daily, that it's time for them to move on, because if they don't, they are going to suffer right along with everyone else that's there. And that's just how I feel about it. I think it's a sign like you need to go. And that is also, people may think this is strange, but we're having a lot of problem with our neighbors. And for me, it's time for us to start looking to get out of here. Because I pray for all these people in this street, and I pray for the people in this country, but I just feel like we need to get out of here. And people will say, well, the United States is so much worse. I don't know about that. This is a very small country. There's a lot of people who don't believe in God, who don't believe in Jesus. And I don't want to have to, be here where there's really nowhere to go. I trust Jesus and I trust God, and what is going to happen with my life is going to happen with my life. But I do feel like they're saying y'all need to go. And I do believe there's going to be some big changes in my husband and my life over the next couple of years. So that's what I think, that's what I think. But we shall see. And the same with, and I do feel like we definitely need to relocate. The signs are there. If you're not happy daily and you're struggling daily, then, you need to move on. So that's what I think. Okay. Anyways, so how many minutes? 10 minutes. Okay, so we're going to read 10 also. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Make 2 silver trumpets for yourself. You shall make them of hammered work. You shall use them for calling the congregation and for directing the movement of the camps. When they blow both of them, all the congregation shall gather before you at the door of the tabernacle of meeting. But if they blow only one, then the leaders, the heads of the division of Israel, shall gather to you. When you sound the advance, the camps that lie on the east shall begin their journey. When you sound the advance the second time, the camps that lie on the south shall begin their journey. Then they shall call for them to begin their journeys. And when the assembly is gathered together, you shall blow, but not sound the advance. The sons of Aaron the priest shall blow the trumpets, and these shall be to you as an ordinance forever throughout the generations. When you go to war in your land against the enemy who opposes you, then you shall sound an alarm with the trumpets, and you will be remembered before the Lord your God, and you will be saved from your enemies. It's very comforting. You will be remembered before the Lord your God, and you will be saved from your enemies. Also, in the day of your gladness, in your appointed feast, and at the beginning of your months, you shall blow the trumpets over your burnt offerings and over the sacrifices of your peace offerings. And they shall be a memorial for you before your God. I am the Lord your God. Now it came to pass on the 20th day of the second month in the second year that the cloud was taken up from above the tabernacle of the testimony. And the children of Israel set out from the wilderness of Sinai on their journeys. Then the cloud settled down in the wilderness of Paran. So they started out for the first time according to the command of the Lord by the hand of Moses. The standard of the camp of the children of Judah set out first according to their armies. Over their army was Nahshon, the son of Amminadab. Over the army of the tribe of the children of Issachar was Nathaniel, the son of Zuar. And over the army of the tribe of the children of Zebulun was Eliab, the son of Helon. Then the tabernacle was taken down, and the sons of Gershon and the sons of Merari set out, carrying the tabernacle. And the standard of the camp of Reuben set out according to their armies. Over their army was Eliezer, the son of Shedeur. Over the army of the tribe of the children of Simeon was Shelumiel, the son of Zurishaddai. And over the army of the tribe of the children of Gad was Eliasaph, the son of Deuel. Then the Kohathites set out carrying the holy things. The tabernacle would be prepared for their arrival. And the standard of the camp of the children of Ephraim set out according to their armies. Over their armies was Elishama, the son of Ammihud. Over the army of the tribe of the children of Manasseh was Gamaliel, the son of Pedahzur. And over the army of the tribe of the children of Benjamin was Abidan, the son of Gideoni. Then the standard of the camp of the children of Dan, the rear guard of all the camps, set out according to their armies. Over their army was Ahiezer, the son of Ammishaddai. Over the army of the tribe of the children of Asher was Pagiel, the son of Achran. And over the army of the tribe of the children of Naphtali was Ahira, the son of Enan. Thus was the order of march of the children of Israel according to their armies when they began their journey. Now Moses said to Hobab, the son of Reuel, the Midianite, Moses' father-in-law, we are setting out for the place of which the Lord said, I will give it to you. Come with us, and we will treat you well, for the Lord has promised good things to Israel. And he said to him, I will not go, but I will depart my own land and to my relatives. No, I will depart to my own land and to my relatives. So Moses says, please do not leave, inasmuch as you know how we are to camp in the wilderness, and you can be our eyes. And it shall be, if you go with us, indeed it shall be, that whatever good the Lord will do to us, the same we will do to you. So they departed from the mountain of the Lord on a journey of 3 days, and the ark of the covenant of the Lord went before them for the 3 days' journey to search out a resting place for them. And the cloud of the Lord was above them by day when they went out of the camp. So it was, whenever the ark set out, that Moses said, Rise up, O Lord, let your enemies be scattered, and let those who hate you flee before you. Praise it. And when it rested, he said, Return, O Lord, to the many thousands of Israel. So this is also a good thing. What Moses said to the Lord. He said, Rise up, O Lord, let your enemies be scattered, and let those who hate you flee from you. And that's what we can say when we speak to the Lord, when we go places and we see these enemies, right? And he said, and when the cloud rested, he said, Return, O Lord, to the many thousands of Israel. Return to us those who love you, right? Those who believe, those who fear, not having you in their lives, fear not having the Lord and his eyes upon us, because we never want to go through anything on this planet without the Lord in our hearts, no matter how hard it is. We have to keep the Lord in our hearts in the event that that evil takes over of the good. So, okay, there we go. Have a great day.